You marked the order block. You waited for the fair value gap. Price tapped it and kept going. Not once. Enough times that you quietly stopped trusting the setup. Here's the honest reason smart money concepts stop working for you. And it's not that you're bad at it. SMC isn't a scam. Order blocks, liquidity, imbalance, those are real ideas. The problem is how you were taught to use them as a complete system. They're not one. They're one read of the chart, and one read on its own can't tell you whether this time is real. 4 honest reasons it breaks down. 1. Structure is a story, not a confirmation. An order block marks where price might react. You're acting on a maybe with nothing independent backing it. 2. Everyone sees the same obvious level. If the liquidity pool is obvious to you, it's obvious to the desk on the other side. On the clean, obvious setups, you're often the liquidity. 3. Hindsight fit. The concepts look perfect on the replay because you drew them after. Live, there are 5 candidate blocks and you pick the one that already worked. 4. No sense of who's there. Structure doesn't tell you if real size defended that level, or if it was thin and about to fold. So the issue isn't the concept. It's that you're reading the chart with one eye. The fix isn't a better indicator, or a secret level. It's confirmation from sources that don't talk to each other. One read can lie. 3 independent reads, all pointing at the same price zone. That's much harder to fake. Where they converge, conviction is high. Where they don't, you wait. That convergence is the whole idea behind the method I trade. Conflux. 3 reads, and you act only where they agree. A. Reaction levels. Where structure is, not a drawn box, a zone where price actually reacted before. A real buyer-seller battle. And here's the reorder that fixes accounts. You use that level for the stop first, the entry second. Where does price have to go for you to be wrong? Answer that before you think about profit. B. Order flow. How it's trading right now. Cluster profile, delta, imbalance. Reading the tape from 3 angles. This is what tells you the level is alive, that real size is defending it, instead of a museum piece everyone's staring at. The tools I use here aggregate ticks into a cluster step that adapts to volatility. That's what Conflux step automates, so the chart stays readable. C. Options data. Who's positioned where? Margin zones, the options derived balance. Breakevens. Structure, you can draw yourself. Institutional positioning, you can't fake. This is a strategic compass, the 100 margin level, the balance to hide a stop behind, the percentage zones. Conflux margin, map and range projector, just plot that on the chart for you. When A, B, and C line up on the same zone, that's a convergence zone. That's a setup worth risking on. When they don't, and most of the time they don't, you stand aside. That stand aside is the edge SMC never gave you. It didn't fail you by being wrong. It failed you by never telling you when to do nothing. Now the part most people selling you a method leave out. This is not a signal. It will never say, buy here. It gives you a map. You still read it, you still decide, and you still take losses. Confluence raises the probability of a setup. It does not remove risk. Anyone promising you certainty is selling you the same thing that already didn't work. If that reframe made something click, I break each of the 3 reads down properly in 3 free previews. 1 for structure, 1 for order flow, 1 for options. No email wall on the previews themselves. Watch them first and decide if this way of thinking is for you. Links in the description. That's it. Trade the convergence, skip the rest, and put the stop first. Educational only, not investment advice. Trading carries a high risk of capital loss. Past results don't guarantee future performance. You make your own decisions at your own risk.